Ira's got, a list of things that she's hoping Arvind Subramaniam will announce today. Ira?
The mundane stuff. The exciting ideas always come from, Arvind Subramaniam's own thought processes, which have always been interesting over the last 4 years. But, apart from that, you always look to the economic survey to hear about what is happening in the economy. We're not going to spend much time. These are debates that have played out over the last couple of years. But some of the things that we'd want to hear on. We'd want to see what the CEA thinks of the fiscal consolidation roadmap, what he thinks of growth, what he thinks of the early trends under the GST regime. Last year, he had given some insights into how demonetization was playing out. I wonder if he'll have something to say on the early indicators from GST. The jobs debate, we'd love for the CEA to weigh in on the jobs debate, particularly now when we've got a new set of confusing data on the jobs front and the financialization of savings. That's something that's a hot topic here in Mumbai. I wonder if the economic survey will weigh in on that. Just very quickly going to run through some of the data points and we'll discuss each of these in a minute. We know the fiscal deficit numbers. We want to see whether the CEA gives a view on whether 3% is sacrosanct or not. That was the FY19 numbers. What does he say about the growth picture on the other side? Does he feel that growth needs some support at 6.5% advance estimate? We'll wait to see what his analysis there is. We will wait to see again on GST numbers. Does he give us any sense of whether GST is starting to pay dividends or at least starting to stabilize? These are the numbers till the month of December in terms of GST collections. There has been some worry over the course of the last few months on whether those are keeping pace. Jobs, would love to hear him weigh in on the jobs numbers. We've got confusing indicators. The quarterly employment survey of the Labour Department giving us one set of numbers, and I've just put the last 4 quarter numbers because the survey was revised. But the interesting angle to that debate has come out with the Ghosh and Ghosh report recently, which analyzed the EPFO data to suggest that 7 million jobs will be created in 2017-18. Not everybody bought into that. A lot of people saying that this is formal sector job creation, plus it's not an indicator of net job creation. Going into an election year, I wonder if the economic survey will give us any insights into job creation. And then finally, we will of course wait to see whether they have anything to say on new ideas. Financial savings has been, financialization of savings has been a big topic of debate. More and more money flowing into equities. Is the ecosystem ready, the protective ecosystem ready for money to go away from risk-free assets like deposits into relatively riskier assets like equities? All of that and more, Menka. It'll be a heavy document as always.
So I'm contrasting in my head what Uday Kotak said about the large funnel, all sort of going into a small...
I borrowed from his.
But equally what Larry Fink said, and I hope you heard this, at the WEF, about how there has to be some way that more people in the world can participate in higher growth instruments.
Absolutely.
Because otherwise you're never going to be able to give them what market men call the power of compounding, but the ability to actually, increase their wealth over a period of time, and they will always stay in the lower quartile as opposed to the higher quartile. But I don't know, jobs will be interesting, I would imagine. I'm not sure of whether he's going to reiterate the fact that the government has no clear data.
Well, there is data coming up, so I think the CSO is working on it.
Yeah.
But I really wonder whether he'll weigh in on the debate because there's just so much noise around this jobs debate, and it picks up with one report or the other. And this Ghosh and Ghosh report is the latest one, which has got everyone talking. So it'll be good to get a CEA view on job creation.
New ideas. Are you betting on any new ideas?
Well, last time we got basic income right, and it threw us completely off center.
Not quite a new idea, but since then, basic income has sort of gathered currency, one might say, right? More and more people are writing about how it's the smarter thing to do.
Yeah.
So.
I'll tell you one thing I don't want to hear from him. Last 2 surveys, he's talked about using the Reserve Bank of India's reserves for various government expenditures.
I thought they said no. Didn't they send it back?
Yeah, apparently. But, 2 surveys he's brought it up. So let's hope he stays away from it in the 3rd survey.